What up? Today I've tried to record this video like a couple of times, but I keep getting massive segments where I blank out. So I've been mulling it over because I think this is kind of actually important. Hope Core. I think a lot of people, whether you're mentally ill or not, sort of have a really deep feeling of dread associated with the future, and these questions that feel unanswerable, and oftentimes they are unanswerable. Namely, what is the point, and what am I doing? And I just wanted to start this off with saying that everything that you do is absolutely perfect. No one's been you before. No one ever will be you again. So it's like you can't really no one can give you advice because you're the first person who's ever been you in your exact situation with your circumstances and your upbringing, So it's everything you do is perfectly fine. Okay, it's chill. Don't even worry about it. A lot of people feel guilt for actions that they do, and a lot of the time they feel guilty about something they have done. But you got to remember, you can't kick yourself for scratching when you itch. A lot of the time, and you got to remember the past is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a present. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. But yeah, dude, it's like, honestly, just trying your best is good enough. A lot of people have a belief, and I've felt it before, and I'm absolutely positive that I'll feel it again, that your best isn't enough. When it's like, who set the bar? Are you saying you're the one who's convincing yourself it's not enough? The bar is self-set, and the setting, the where the bar is however much effort you put in is, and it's enough. So it's chill. Don't even worry about it. Duck over there saying some strange things. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter. But I'm sure you're wondering, what is the point? What the fuck? If nothing really matters, because I guess it doesn't really, what is the point? And that's something that every single person, probably throughout the entire history of human beings that are of a thinking age, have probably wondered, well, why? And the answer that I've come up with myself all on my own, that has never been said by anyone ever before, is to just make yourself happy. Just chill, dude, because it's not nice to be, if you're thinking about it from an exterior point of view, it's not nice to hang around someone that's really sad or someone that's really angry. And most people know from first-hand experience that doing things they don't want to do makes them sad or angry. So, like, scratch when you itch, man. Drink that beer that's sitting on the table. That's some self-care. No, maybe not, but self-care. I'm not gonna touch self-care. Maybe at the end. But yeah, it's you are the center of the universe, and the world revolves around you, literally. Maybe not, but you get the point, right? It's not so much about thinking about what other people want from you and worrying about exterior perception of yourself. It's about taking care of numero uno and being happy with your decisions. And that I don't want to get, I feel like I'm kind of getting off topic from the point of the video. That is almost Hope Core. A lot of the time what destroys people's hopes and dreams is other people having influence on themselves. if you lived on your own, completely isolated, never saw a person ever, the concept of putting yourself down and not believing in yourself, there's a better word for it, but that sort of thing, it's not entirely likely that you would ever even think of that, you know, telling yourself that you're super shit, because it often comes from seeing other people try and fail, and you know, having your own failures judged by others is what really gives you the perception of failure. If there was no one around to watch, I guarantee you'd fail twice as much as you already do, and that's a good thing, you know, failure in the sense of learning. But so it's taking care of yourself and getting to a point where you're not super bothered by what others' perceptions of you are. It's like you're halfway there to achieving Hope Core. Then the second half is just knowing that, you know, this shit is not perfect. You know, the life that we live is not always going to be hunky-dory, and your emotions are the tides moving in and out of the shipyard of your self-interests. You know, you might have different interests over the years, they come and go, and the tide may make them feel a different way. You know, you might be really into guitar, that big ship comes pulling into the shipyard at high tide, it comes down at low tide, and it's like, it doesn't want to move. You know, it's dangerous to move it. You know, you might sink the ship. So just understanding that you're fluid, and you can't math this shit out. It's not written down, it's not put into set little tidy boxes. It's all a fluid. It's a tide, and it moves around and shit. And so you just gotta, once you've accepted the change, that's like the second half of Hope Core. Being really content and zen with change, you know. A little side dish you can add onto the top of Hope Core is goal setting. But something that you got to keep in mind with goal setting is that it's a dangerous thing. I think I almost said the name of that one song. Hope is a dangerous thing, yes, but goal setting is not always a dangerous thing. You can't have hope without setting goals, but you can have goal settings without hope. And what that kind of means, and it sounds like I'm like contradicting myself right now, but I'm not. Trust me, it makes sense. You want to set goals, but you don't want your happiness to rely on the achievement of that goal, because you might get there and suddenly it's like a big peak. You get to the top of the elevator and then you start walking down the stairs after that, you know. Or probably the other way around. You walked up the stairs, you got into the top, there's not a whole lot there, and now you got to take the stairs back. It's like, oh fuck, you know. Or you never even get there, and you're crushed and defeated, you know. So goal setting is kind of a dangerous thing. You can't lay your entire happiness on achieving one goal, because that it's not gonna it's gonna be stressful when you're getting to it, and it may not feel that rewarding when you actually get to it. And I think that's something out of Rinzai Zen Buddhism, is setting goals, but not basing your entire happiness off these goals. And you can perceive that as you wish. You can not set massive goals, although I'd recommend trying to set as many goals, big or small, as possible. But, you know, it's whatever, dude. I'm gonna wrap this up, because it's kind of getting late and I need to go get a beer from the supermarket. But yeah, something to think on. I think hope is underrated. Yeah, it's whatever. Alright, see you guys later.